What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the We'll See You Later podcast, brought to you by Happy's Energy and Nutrition, the best energy teas on the planet, best protein shakes you can ever have. Guys, we have a great show today. I am riding solo today, so it's going to be a fast, quick, easy episode full of a lot of good stuff. We're going to be talking about elephant in the room, Hogs losing their regional. Baseball is over. Football coming up. We're going to talk a little NASCAR, a little Caitlin Clark action. NBA finals start tonight. We're going to have predictions and, of course, how are you really doing? So without further ado, let's get in it. All right. As you can see, the overcooked bacon is over here. That's the new thing. We had our hearts ripped out, Hog fans. We lost our regional to the number 4 seed, which is embarrassing, but I'm at a loss. I'm just at a loss, okay? I'm at a loss for words. We had no business being in that loser's bracket. That regional that we were just in was perfectly set up for a super regional. Kansas State is not a big school, they played small ball. Hagen Smith come out, had a great outing until the 4th inning, walked 2 guys, gave up a bunt, 2 singles, and then a home run. 3 hits is all they got there, 2 walks, and the 3 hits is what really, the home run. The home run did it, and then the bats for us just never really woke up. They tried to at the end. Then we go into our elimination day where you've got to win 2 on Sunday and 1 on Monday. It's going to be tough, but we can do it. We can do it. Gage Wood's going to come out there. It's SEMO. They pitched the same guy against us Friday, and they ate our lunch. We never had a shot in that. It didn't look like. That right there to me showed the mental side of baseball for the Razorbacks. I just thought with the people on this team, the talent on this team, and the senior leadership on this team, that we weren't going to be the team that just cracks under pressure. But that's exactly what happened. You played this game in February, March, April. We beat that team probably 11-2, and that's a Tuesday game. But instead, you put them in a regional where their back's against the wall and they got to fight for it. It didn't look like we had any fight in us. It looked like we were playing nervous and playing scared to lose. And that's exactly what happened. We got jumped on by SEMO, who turned around and then got jumped on by Kansas State. Our regional was over. Just like that, our season's done. Did not expect that. Didn't expect it. Can't believe that happened. You can't lose to a 4 seed. You also can't lose your home regional like that. But we did. Baseball is over. Sadly, that's my favorite sport. Football's coming up. It's the most question mark sport I think we have. But hopeful Hog here. Still hopeful Hog that Bobby P is going to turn this whole thing around. We got our Hog up here on the motorcycle, ready to go. We're all ready to go there with Petrino. Losing a lot of guys. Peyton Holt, Peyton Stovall, Hayden Smith. I think Will McIntyre's done. Spraglot, Wilmschmeyer, all seniors. Roland, of course, is gone. So we're going to have a lot of gaps to fill. See who's going where, if anybody's transferring out or if they're staying in. Make another run at it next year. But Coach Van Horn's got to get us reloaded. Big question, do we fire Nate Thompson? I think that's the biggest question out there right now is, do we replace him? I don't know, to be honest with you. To me, a lot of responsibility has to go on the players for sure, but they are constantly trying to hit home runs, it looks like, that long ball, which I get it if they're on, but we got to be able to play small ball and dink and dunk if we had to, and we were not built for that. We weren't this year, so I don't know if you blame anybody or you just chalked it up for a bad season and try to go back and just reload like we always do. But we want to make a run. 2 regionals in 2 years, we've gotten bounced out of home. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. Up next, we are going to talk about football. Who's excited? I know Jordan's not here. He's not really excited. He's anti-Pittman, but he's happy for Petrino. But I'm excited for football. Schedule just came out. Looks a little rocky. I'm hoping for 5-6 wins would be a miracle for me, and I'm happy there. We'll deep dive a lot more into it. We have now a lot more time to talk about football in the upcoming weeks. But football's up next. What are you guys excited for? I'm excited for Taylor Green. I really am. Quarterback. I'm really paying attention to the offensive line to see if we can give him protection and open up the passing game, but also open up our run game because we had none of that last year. Our offensive line last year was as weak as baby shit. So let's hope and pray we've got that figured out, Coach Pitt. Okay, something that has been bothering me for the past couple weeks, months, to be honest with you, was this Caitlin Clark issue. And Pat McAfee came out with an amazing, I thought, speech backing her up. He did say a cuss word and he apologized, which I think ESPN made him do that, but it is what it is. But Caitlin Clark, this whole situation with her has drove me nuts. That she has all these accolades in college, is the number one scorer ever in college basketball, goes to the NBA, number one overall pick, goes to a team that's terrible, and everybody is just shitting on her. It's not like just like hazing a rookie and trying to welcome to the league. They're going after her, hitting her, taking cheap shots of her, getting excited about it. On the sideline, cheering each other on as you take a cheap shot into someone's ribs. It makes no sense to me. She has brought so many eyes to the sport. And this Angel Reese is like it was both of us. No one would know who Angel Reese is if Caitlin Clark didn't exist. Facts. Okay? The basketball world, the girls' world would know that. Nobody else. Nobody who has come in because of Caitlin Clark would do that. But Caitlin has brought so much. She's raised she's probably going to increase your salaries because of her freaking amazing deal that she has. You're no longer on, she's got you charter buses or charter planes now. You're not flying commercial. People are buying your tickets to your stadiums now to watch your games. The ticket prices have gone up. And then you're sitting here saying, it's me. What about me? What about me? Caitlin Clark is the reason why it's happening. Embrace that and ride the wave and then shine in that wave. Okay, shine against Caitlin. Play her straight up and try to beat her one-on-one. Don't try to beat her up and then go over there and start talking shit. It's so stupid to me. Like Angel Reese is talking all the shit. She wasn't even the first pick on her team. She was the second pick. They had 2 top 10 picks in the WNBA on the Chicago Sky. And they're seeing 8,000 people on average at their games. And Caitlin Clark, who's on a 2-8 Fever team, is selling 17,000+ tickets. You're going to tell me that you had just as big of an impact as Caitlin Clark? You're out of your damn mind. You're out of your mind. So I don't get it. I'm not going to hate on her. You take Caitlin Clark out of the WNBA and the college basketball scene, we would not give a damn about WNBA. I'm sorry. It's just not entertaining to me. I have a theory that I thought would be great, but it would never happen because it's sexist, but it's not to me, is if they could lower the goal 1 foot. Angel Reese does 15, 20 layups a game. I'm bored out of my mind. I mean, she has a breakaway and you're like, oh, here comes the dunk. And it's a little, like those, that's not exciting. A 6th grade male kid can dunk. If we brought the goal down 1 foot, I know it'd throw off a lot of shooting and stuff like that, but if we could bring it down 1 foot and get a girl to do a turnaround, on top of somebody else, the game is changing. Personal opinion, I'm not trying to be rude. I just think for me to want to watch that, I got a 6'8" guy and a 6'10" guy dunking on each other. That is excitement. And then I got a 6'5" girl, 6'4" girl going down the court shooting, rolling a little layup. Like, that's boring as hell. But to me, quit hating on Caitlin Clark. You're saying, we're not hating. There's hatred. And I don't know what the agenda is. Some people say it could be racial. Some people are just mad because the new kid on the block is coming in here and we built this ground and all this stuff. It should be all of us. It is all of you, but she's the face of it. She's the face of it. Just like Michael Jordan was the face of it, of a league that was pretty solid already, that was doing pretty good with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Same with LeBron coming in, and Kobe. They are the face, and that's you D them up harder. You play them harder, but you don't take cheap shots and then just talk shit to them. And then as a teammate, her teammates not backing her up pisses me off the most. Like Caitlin Clark cannot defend herself physically in front of everybody. She's the face of the team. She's the baby face. You've never seen Steph do that crap. Steph will not run over there and try to fight somebody. He can't, because if Steph gets ejected, this team probably going to lose. But you have women on that team that should be the bully. You bully a bully in basketball. I'm mad about the teammates, but to me, if Caitlin Clark wanted to, she could walk away from all this and go to the big three and go play out there, and everybody would love her, and the WNBA would be obsolete. Like, no one would pay attention. Nobody. So I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan. I'm Team Clark here. She's actually the only thing, and the only thing, she's the only person, Caitlin Clark is the only person who has been quiet through this whole thing. And that's the smartest thing she could do. She's letting her talking on the court happen, and that's it. Everybody else can talk all that noise on the field or off the court like we are. That's what she's doing. She's so smart about it. All right, so gonna talk about this past weekend, NASCAR. Praise hail, praise Dale. NASCAR. Ryan Blaney, my guy, needs a win to be guaranteed to go into the playoffs, the round of 16, and Blaney has a massive lead going into the final stages of the race. Earlier in the race, he got into a pit stop, and they did like a whole evaluation of this now, and he did not get enough gas while he was in the pit stop. So as he's coming around, he has a 2+ second lead, which in NASCAR is a pretty big lead over second, and like a 5+ second lead on third. Comes around to take the white flag to say last lap, runs out of gas, and has to coast all the way around the entire track for a lap, and ends up going from first to 24th. And he just ran out of gas. I've never been so frustrated. I threw my phone down. I think I cracked it. He had the win in the bag. In the bag would have been the first win of the 2024 season, and we ran out of gas. So, it's going to be a struggle for him to get into the chase, but I think he gets in there. He's going to sneak in for sure. He's got to get that win. He's had such a bad stretch. But yeah, my guy, I mean, if you're a NASCAR fan at all, Kyle Larson right now is getting screwed over for going to the Indy 500. NASCAR saying that he doesn't qualify now to go into the chase and to the points for the playoffs, which is complete BS because he did the Indy 500 and didn't get a chance to race this other race. NASCAR's just being really petty and not wanting to encourage people to come, like, get outside of NASCAR. Like, we're the show. It's like how PGA acted when Live Golf came around. So eventually that will break. But I'm just devastated by Ryan Blaney's situation. I really am. Like, he had the win in the bag. All right, guys. So sports for me. All right. Also tonight is game 1 of the NBA Finals. We have Luka and the Dallas Mavericks with Kyrie Irving versus Tatum and Boston and Brown for the Boston Celtics. I'm gonna pick Dallas in 6. Dallas in 6. I am now a Dallas Maverick fan. I'm a player guy. I'm a big player guy. I went with Blake Griffin. He just retired, so now I have to migrate to another team. I love Luka. I love him. He's just a beast. I liked how Dirk played back in the day. Luka to me is just that guy. I love him. Love his playing. So I'm picking Dallas in 6. Who are you guys picking? Who are you picking this week? Now it's time to get into hey buddy. How you doing? No. How you really doing? So guys, I'm doing really well. I really am. I had a little bit of a scare with my grandma. Had to rush her to the hospital, but I think she's okay. She's got a heart condition. We're okay. The thing's still beating. We're good to go. My dog, Coco, had an ear problem where a ear vessel busted, so I had to get that. She had surgery yesterday, so we had to take care of that, and she's at home now recovering. So it's just been a little bit of a wild time. This weekend, my fiance is going on her bachelorette trip, so I've got the dogs to myself in the apartment. But I'm doing pretty solid. I think this weekend I'm going to go to my dad's, and his shop in the back is full of just random shit. But when I go into that shop, I can feel his spirit. I can hear him playing music and cussing out whatever he's trying to fix. I can see him fixing things with the broken, dirty old tools. And I want to do something with that shop. I feel him. And it's crazy is I hated that shop for so long because every time I go in there, I get yelled at, And now that he's gone, I'm like, oh, I'm in there all the time. And I'm going to clean up this weekend since I got time. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try to reorganize this shop. There's so much stuff in there, guys. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to reorganize it and try to make it what I think my dad would have wanted it to be. I'm pretty excited about that. So that's going to be my weekend, is literally cleaning up all this dirty, beat up old shop. But I'm going to try my best to see if I can reorganize it and turn it into something that it should have been the whole time. But other than that, I'm doing great. My mom, I love that woman. She does so much for me and my family, and she's the glue. Everybody, if you look back and think about it, like, who's the glue of your family? That's my mama. And she's just gone through a lot recently, and she's got the weight of the world on her shoulders, and she won't share the load with you. Like, she's got it, and she needs a vacation. So we're gonna hopefully provide that after our wedding for her, so she can go away and just enjoy herself as she deserves. But yeah, we're just wedding planning like crazy. It's coming up, less than 200 days till I'm a married man, and I got a lot of shit to do. But I got one more guy to ask, hopefully this weekend, but I can't say his name or what the gift is. But I'm beyond excited because he actually watches the show. But I just want to say thank you to everybody on here. Like, everybody that listens. I know I looked at some of our videos. There's 5 views up to 50 views. Thank you guys for listening, being there, even whenever this hasn't been entertaining, even when we don't know what the hell we're doing, even when we don't have the best energy in the world. I battle with self-doubt and like depression as a man, and I don't know how to express that all the time. So sometimes I just kind of have to sit in it, and I might be dry or vanilla, or I might not be as hype as I normally am. And that's just because I'm trying to mentally battle with something in my head that I don't know how to express with people. And so for you guys to come on here and listen and comment, family, friends, it doesn't matter, strangers, thank you. It gives me pleasure and hope and peace that you do that. I do believe this is going to blow up one day. I think that we're going to get the ball rolling more and more. We're going to put some more things on the internet. And whenever we have this new section where we will be interviewing coaches in the state, that is when I think we're going to start taking off. I know you guys want more different kind of things, and we are going to provide that, I promise you. But thank you guys so much for being on this journey. Thank you guys for checking in with us. It's been nothing short but of a dream so far. This is episode 18, guys. 18. So thank you guys so much. I know it was quick, fast. Jordan's not here to really battle with me. Sports are kind of in limbo for us when it comes to Hogs, but I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. This episode was brought to you by Happy's Energy and Nutrition, the best energy and nutrition on the planet. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. 3 things to live by before you go. Number 1, don't piss into the wind. Number 2, and probably most important, Hogs by 90. Hopeful. And number 3, never, ever trust a fart. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.